Okay, we only have a radical on one side, but we have an issue. When we go to square both sides of this equation, we're going to be squaring a binomial. We're going to have to use FOIL, use the box, or use our knowledge of the special products to multiply it out. So over here, they just cancel out, and we're going to end up with 2x plus 1. But on this side, when we square it, we're going to have to, like I say, use the box, or if we know the special products. I'm going to show both. Let me use the special product first. So we'll go ahead and square our x. And then we multiply the x in the negative 7, which gives us negative 7x. Multiply that by 2, so I've got negative 14x. And then square my negative 7, which gives me plus 49. Now let me use the box to multiply this out to show that that works, and also to show the other way that you can get this if you don't remember your special products. So we've got x minus 7 times x minus 7. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. Same thing here, we have a negative 7x. And right here we have negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. So now we've got x squared and x squared. When we combine these two, we end up with minus 14x, and we have positive 49 and plus 49. So we did it right. Now, we have a variable that's squared here. This is a quadratic equation. We need to get everything on one side and factor it to solve it. I don't want my leading term to be negative, so I'm going to leave the x squared where it's at, and I'm going to move the stuff that's on this side. Let me start off by subtracting 2x from both sides. So that'll give me 1 equals x squared. Oh, and let me write the minus 2x over here as well. Minus 16x plus 49. So now I need to subtract 1 from both sides, giving me 0 equals x squared minus 16x plus 48. Now I get to factor this. It's not a perfect square, it's not a special product. I'm going to use my box to factor it. Okay, so I have x squared right here, 48 here, and I need to use my x to break this term right here back apart. So of course I've got A times C, the air conditioner on the roof, and B, the basement under the house. A times C, 1 times 48 will give me 48. And my B is negative 16. Now I need to find all of the possible sets of factors of 48. So of course we start with 1 times 48. And this one could get a little bit tricky, and I'm going to show you something that I use to help me in solving these. I do a factor tree. So I'm going to do a factor tree for 48, and I've got 2 times 24, 2 times 12, 2 times 6, and 2 times 3. Let me circle all of my prime factors. Now I can use this to help me know what it's divisible by, and also to figure out what I get when I divide by that. So first of all, is it divisible by 2? Yes, it is. And here it's real easy to see that we've got 2 times 24. So 2 times 24. Now, is it divisible by 3? Well, there's a 3 right here. So yes, it is divisible by 3. When I divide by 3, what do I get? Well, I get 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. What is that? Well, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Is it divisible by 4? Yes, it is. Because I have 2 times 2 here. And when I divide by that, what do I get? Well, I get what I have left here, right? So I have 2 times 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Okay. Oops. I should have taken those out first. So 4 times 12. There we go. Is it divisible by 5? No, I do not have a 5 in my prime factor, so it's not divisible by 5. Is it divisible by 6? Yes. I have 2 times 3, which is 6. And what's left? That'll be 2 times 2 times 2. So that's, goes out. 6 times 8. Is it divisible by 7? No, I don't have a 7. Is it divisible by 8? Yes, I have 2 times 2 times 2. But that's just going to give me what I already have except reversed. So I'm done. I have all of the possible sets of factors. Now, 48 is positive. That means that I'm looking for two numbers with the same sign. And as 16 is negative, they both have to be negative. Same sign, I'm looking for a sum. So I'm looking for a sum of 16. And I found it right here. 4 plus 12 is 16. And both of them need to be negative. So I've got negative 4 and negative 12. So now I use that to break this term right here back apart. I've got negative 4x and negative 12x. Now I just need to see what I have in common. Right here is an x. Right here is an x in common. Right here, I have 4 in common. Here I have, I've got 12 in common, right? Okay. Now, I have an issue. I need to get these negatives, but this needs to be positive. And I can accomplish that by making both of those minus. Now, if I check all 4, I'll see that all 4 check out. X times x is x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. X times negative 12 is negative 12x. And negative 4 times negative 12 is positive 48. I now have it in factored form. So let me now rewrite my equation in factored form. And I'm going to take it over onto to another page here. So I now have 0 equals, and if I come back here, I will see it was x minus 4 times x minus 12. x minus 4 times x minus 12. Okay, so I break this apart into two equations to solve it, setting each of them equal to 0. So 0 equals x minus 4, and 0 equals x minus 12. And I guess I don't really need those parentheses, so let me take them back out. Now equals x minus 12. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll solve this one. We're going to add 4 to both sides, leaving me with 4 equals x, which is of course the same thing as x equals 4. And over here, I'm going to add 12 to both sides, leaving me with 12 equals x. Again, same thing as x equals 12. So now, when I do my check, I have not one but two problems that I need to put into that check. So again, I'm going to create another page here, and let me go ahead and rewrite the original equation. So I have the square root of 2x plus 1, square root of 2x plus 1, let me extend my square root here, equals x minus 7. And then I'm going to create another page. Let's see if I can, you know what, I'll just recopy it. So on this other page, same thing. The square root of 2x plus 1 equals x minus 7. And this will allow me to do my two checks. So now, what are my two answers? On one, I have x equals 4. So we're going to put in an x equals 4 over here. That's what I'm checking. And then on this, the other one, I have x equals 12. So for this other page, we'll put in x equals 12. So now I know what I'm substituting on each page for the check. Let's check 4. So the square root of 2 times 4 plus 1 equals 4 minus 7. Okay. So 2x plus 4 gives me 8. And then I've still got my plus 1. We'll take the square root of that. And then over here, 4 minus 7 gives me negative 3. Okay. And then 8 plus 1, that gives me 9. And the square root of 9, of course, equals plus or minus 3. And so a negative 3 will check. And so 4 checked out as an answer. This one will definitely work. Let's check the other one. So we'll plug in 12. So 2 times 12 plus 1, we'll take the square root of that, equals 12 minus 7. Okay, so over here I have 24 plus 1, take the square root of that, equals, and 12 minus 7 gives us 5. So 24 plus 1 is 25. Take the square root of that, equals 5, and indeed the square root of 25 is plus or minus 5. And so that does check with a 5. This one also checks. So let's go back to our original page. And nope, we've got to go down another page. I've got two answers here. And what do I find? I find that they both check. So my answer is x equals 4 and 12. And just to make sure that you can see that this is the answer, I'm going to double box it. This is our final answer. X equals 4 and 12.